Listen, if you're a luxury real estate professional or you really care about revenue share in your business, you have to watch this video. It's a big, important announcement of what LPT just decided to do. I'm going to break down something that will blow your mind. It's never been done in real estate this way, and it's going to dramatically change the luxury real estate space as well as the revenue share model. Nobody else is doing stuff like this. I'm telling you, pay attention to what I'm about to break down for you, because you're going to learn a ton about why LPT will continue to be the fastest growing brokerage in U.S. history for the foreseeable future, and how people are going to cash in big time with their next big move. Let's jump right in to LPT Realty and Aperture. All right, so before we jump into that, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because as things evolve like this, and I'm almost certain that you're watching the very first Aperture-based video on YouTube for LPT Realty. And so you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, because we're always giving you the best, most relevant, up-to-date information on all things real estate, whether that's growing your business, generating leads, converting, using video, getting started with YouTube, or learning about brokerage models like LPT and Aperture. This is where you want to be. Make sure that you share this video, comment below, comment any questions, anything you might want to know about even deeper that maybe I don't go into the video, and then also make sure that you like it so that other people can see the video as well. So let's jump right in. I'm Isaac Guzman with Real Estate CEOs, powered by LPT, and we're bringing you something brand new, huge announcement. It is called Aperture. Before we jump into that, let's talk about this real quickly. There are brands or holding companies that hold multiple brands in their kit, right? Things like Volkswagen, Audi, and Lamborghini. Some of you may or may not be aware that Lamborghini and Volkswagen are held by the same holding company. And actually, there are some Lamborghinis that are built on either Audi or Volkswagen chassis. And so the reality is that this type of model exists. It exists inside jewelry, it exists inside luxury and traditional vehicles, right? There's a lot of different verticals where this exists, where one holding company will have a general consumer brand, and then it'll have a luxury brand. And they don't dilute the luxury brand to go out and capture more sales. What they do is they generally push that on the more consumer facing brand, the traditional consumer channel. And so that's what LPT decided to do with this new company called Aperture. It is a completely different company from LPT Realty. However, it's powered by the same holding company, and they get to use a lot of the same efficiencies. So here's what Aperture is. It is a luxury brand built for today's agent and today's consumer. There are so many benefits to joining Aperture. When I break this all down for you in a future video, I'm going to just do all about Aperture and everything you need to know about it and explain it, but I wanted to explain the concept first. The reality is this, is that for years, and as these more prolific cloud-based brokerages have come out and offered things like revenue share and all the things that come from that, traditionally, luxury agents are not interested for a number of reasons. A lot of times they're actually interested. It just doesn't make sense for them. One, because they believe that their brand, maybe it's Compass or Sotheby's or whatever it might be, that somehow that earns them business, that earns them credibility in the marketplace. And I'm not going to argue against that, right? But a lot of people will. They'll say, it doesn't matter what your brand is. What matters is your personal brand, yada, yada, yada. Well, I don't know, because 25 to 30% of the volume is held up with those more luxury brands. So maybe there's something to it, right? And there's also this point where it's like, why do I have to fight with you about this? Why can't we just agree to disagree and still participate and partner with one another? And so that's where Aperture comes in, because it is a true luxury brand. You have to qualify. There are minimum volume criteria for you to be able to join. You have to be able to maintain that. You also have to, in order to really take advantage of all the benefits, right? Like $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 in marketing per listing, all these various levels that they have for you. Well, in order to participate in that, you actually have to be selling luxury real estate, right? Not just like whatever. So because of that, this brand is going to be separate onto itself, and it's going to be focused on leading with the Aperture brand for luxury agents, and it's going to be amazing. And here's the reality. A lot of times, these more traditional luxury brands have looked down their nose at the EXPs or the KWs or anybody like that who's trying to also add on luxury. So it's like brand plus luxury. And a lot of times they're like, okay, cool. You came up with a cool logo and you guys have like glossy stuff, but you're not truly luxury. And I'm not going to argue whether or not they're right. What I am going to say is this: they can both exist in the LPT umbrella now. So someone who says, you know what, I really want to focus on this and have my branding really dialed in with this bigger brand and have it be focused on luxury and really tap into the marketing budgets that we have and the elite access that us and our clients are given and the additional coaching at the luxury level. Awesome. You might be an Aperture agent. That makes a lot of sense. Now, here's the thing. Something that's never existed in the luxury space is the ability, in the true luxury space, is the ability to participate in things like revenue share. And that's what's big. So there's always been an issue. I mean, my buddies who are at revenue share companies that have luxury, they are luxury agents themselves. They see it. They say, you know what, it's okay. I can be at XYZ real estate and still be luxury, and they can pull it off. But a lot of times they have a harder time reaching the other luxury agents in their markets that are part of those other bigger brands, right? The Sotheby's, the Christie's, that you name it. And they have a harder time bringing those people along because those people tend to see that as a downgrade in their affiliation with whatever brokerage they're working with. And again, not going to fight them and argue with them against that. And so here's what Aperture does. It allows us, and whether you're at LPT or Aperture, you can recruit and attract an Aperture agent into the Aperture ecosystem or an LPT agent into the LPT ecosystem. And here's what that means. 85% of the volume is attached to those three models that now this holding company has. 85% of the volume that agents produce can be attributed to one of those three models. The flat fee model, which at LPT is what we call the business builder, $500 per transaction, capped at $5,000 for the year. In the capped commission structure model, right, and cloud-based model, which is the brokerage partner or rev share partner at LPT, which is $15,000 cap, 80-20 split, right? And then the luxury, pure luxury brand, no cap, just focus on delivering high value clients, high value marketing, and building that luxury brand. So anyways, that's what LPT decided to do. Robert Palmer said, you know what, we're going to go after. So we already went after the incumbent cloud-based companies, right? And taking market share from them viciously in just 2 years. And I don't mean ruthlessly in terms of, I don't mean vicious in terms of being ruthless. I just mean, man, it's been an assault on that model because of how good this model is, right? Now, in addition to that, he's now set his sights on the luxury space. And if he's able to do it in the cloud-based space, why not in the luxury space? And so this is where it really gets interesting, because what it also does, not only does it allow luxury agents to be able to attract other luxury agents to a model that makes sense, that they can affiliate with and feel comfortable with, but in addition to that, participate in revenue share like they haven't been able to before. Now, what does that mean for anybody who says, you know what, I'm not in luxury? And actually, Nicole, add this to the beginning. And by the way, if you're not a luxury agent, you don't care about luxury agents, you're still going to want to stick around if you want to learn about how this impacts revenue share in a much more dynamic and inventive way than you've probably ever heard of. What that also does, though, is impacts those of us that care about revenue share. There's a lot of people who care about that. Maybe you're a builder. Maybe you're somebody who says, I would love to participate in revenue share. I missed the boat on some other brands. I see LPT as being an option. Let me go ahead and take a look at the numbers. Well, the numbers are about to blow you away, because when somebody is able to participate in attracting somebody to the Aperture brand, they're going to receive about triple the revenue share per person from that brand. You heard that right. So at LPT, a frontline qualifier is somewhere in the range, if they're fully capping, it's going to be about a little bit more than $2,300 for the year. Well, 3x that for somebody who you bring into your frontline at Aperture. That's going to be huge. You might see all these other videos comparing rev share. Oh, this company versus that company, and this company versus that company. I actually have a really good friend at another brand who does amazing videos like that. And no matter which way you slice it, this one crushes, right? The dollar figures are so high. So for those people who don't care about revenue share, awesome. Just know that this amazing company, LPT, Innovator of the Year for 2024 in the brokerage space by Inman, and the fastest growing brokerage in U.S. history, is now rolling out another unprecedented feature, which is having that luxury brand inside the same holding company. And you're going to be able to be in one or the other. And there's so many other benefits to this. Watch out for my next video about Aperture. It's literally just going to be Aperture Explained. It's going to break down the compensation plan, all the marketing, everything that you need to know about it. But I felt like before all those details came out, you need to understand the concept behind why and how this is all happening and how you can participate. So if you want to learn more, if you're like, my goodness, I want to participate in this. I am a luxury agent. I want to break into luxury. I know a lot of luxury people and I want to participate in revenue share, all of the above. Make sure that you go into the description below, because I have a link where you can book one-on-one time with me so I can walk you through all of this. And if that means me getting you on a call with corporate, the VP, you name it, I can help you out with that. And I want to give you access to what I know and look at your business and see if there's a fit. If there isn't, no big deal. You'll only spend about 15 to 20 minutes learning that with me. So anyways, go down in the description below, click that link, book some one-on-one time with me. And until next time, happy selling, because we just changed the game.